What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? In this video I want to help you decide what's the best trucking company out there for you. Because asking yourself, or asking what's the best trucking company period, is an incomplete question. And I know I'm guilty of doing it. I did it when I first started. I typed into Google, what's the best trucking company, and I got ad after ad after ad for every company out there. And you really should be asking yourself, what's the best trucking company for me? And in this video I want to give you 4 questions to ask yourself to help you answer that question. So let's get into it. The first question you should ask yourself is, what kind of driving do you want to do? Do you want to do over the road? Be gone anywhere from 2 weeks to as long as you want to be? You want to do something a little bit more regional, where you're home every week or so? Or do you want to eventually be a local driver where you're home every night? You have to answer that question first before you can figure out what else you need to do. And then you also need to ask yourself, do you want to run solo or do you want to run team? So that's the first question, is what type of driving do you want to do? And for me, I like running over the road, so I'm going to say over the road. Solo over the road. The second question you need to ask yourself is, what type of work do you want to do? Do you want to be a dry van operator? You want to run a reefer? You want to run a tanker? Do you want to pull flatbed? You want to move household goods and be a bed bugger? Do you want to run a car hauler and be a mobile parking lot? Once you answer all 4 of these, you'll have a much narrower list of companies to look at. Question number 3. What are you looking for in a company? What kind of pay packages do they have? Do they have benefits, 401k, health insurance? Do they do profit sharing? These are questions you should ask if you're looking at a company to be at long term. 401k is nice. Do they do profit sharing? Profit sharing is really nice. What do they need? What do you need to do in order to get their profit sharing? What kind of home time do they have? Do you have to be out 2 weeks before you can go home for 2 days? Do you have to be out for 3 weeks before you can go home for 3 days? And where you live in the country will help decide that. I live in California, and with the company I'm at now, I stay out for at least 3 weeks and then go home for 3 days. But I stay out for 6 weeks and then I go home for a week. That's just what works for me. What type of amenities do they have in the trucks? Do they have power inverters? Do they have refrigerators? Can you get dish TV if that's what you're looking for? What type of trucks do they have? If you're somebody that's looking to get into a Kenworth or a specific type of truck, these are questions you need to ask the recruiters when you call the company. Are you looking to just get seat time with that specific with a specific company so you can get the experience so you can go somewhere else? If you're looking to get a local job and you're going to need a couple years of over-the-road experience, you're going to have to ask yourself these questions twice. Because you don't want to just go jump into any company to go get your over-the-road experience, because you're going to not like it. You're not going to want to be there, and then you're going to jump from company to company, and it's going to take you longer to get everything done. So if you ask yourself and answer these questions for yourself at the beginning, it'll help you pick the right company for you from the start. The last part of number 3 would be, what type of training do they do? Do they train you like you're a team, so your trainer is in the bunk sleeping while you're driving down the road? Or do they train you like a solo truck and your trainer's sitting in the front seat the whole time you're driving? That's something else you gotta think about. And question number 4. What do you need to accomplish, or what do you need to have in order to get to that company you want to be at? Are there specific endorsements you want? Like if you want to go run tanker, you're going to need your tanker endorsement. Is there any specific experience they're looking for? So being able to have the experience you need to get to the job you want will help you out. Is there any, if you want to run local, is that local company that you're looking at going to, do they want 1 year of over-the-road experience or 3 years? Now, not all local jobs require over-the-road experience, but most of them do. Asking what the best trucking company is, period, It is such a subjective question that you gotta narrow it down. You gotta be more specific, because what's the best for me might not be the best for everybody else. I like running over the road, I like running flatbed, and I like staying out for multiple weeks at a time. Some drivers want to be home every night, which is fine. So you gotta ask yourself, if you ask yourself these 4 questions, it'll help you narrow down a list of companies to go to, and it'll help make your experience a little bit better. Are some companies just plain better than others? Yeah, I mean, some pay more than others, but if you just type into Google what's the best trucking company out there, all you're going to get is ads for every company that wants to pay for ads on Google. So you have to think about it and really figure out what you want to do and go from there. I hope this video made sense, and I hope it helps you out a little bit. If you got value out of this video, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, and stick around and we'll do a bunch more videos like this. I hope you guys have a good day.